Hi, I'm Mike from Scoutadelic, and what can you do with a tin can and a tea light? Find out. Hi, I'm Mike from Scoutadelic, and this month is all about the world, and also this month I met an amazing co-host who came from Luxembourg, and he's part of BSO, which is British Scouts Overseas, and he taught me how to cook on a tin can, which is really cool to obviously do indoors, but also when you're back face-to-face scouting, it's a really cool thing. And we did some amazing pancakes. So here's how we got on.
I do aim to please, and I feel like a dish that people always enjoy, I don't think I've found someone who doesn't enjoy it, is pancakes.
Oh, I love that. So how are we going to do it?
Now this is going to be a bit more interesting because I said earlier about backwoods cooking, and I do enjoy trying to get the kids being able to do some cooking without using all the tools and stuff. So if you're on a campfire or something similar, then what you can do is, if you happen to have an old metal tin, you can use that to cook your pancakes on.
Oh, nice. Okay, so what are we going to need? What do people need to do this?
Okay, we're going to need a few tools. One of the main things, because we need to make holes into our tin, we're going to need a can opener or a sort of sharpish knife. I've got mine here.
Right, okay.
These manual ones are best because you're going to need to puncture holes in, but not like open the lid up.
Right, okay, I see, yeah.
Now, normally, as I said, you'd be doing this on a fire, you'd have coals underneath to be able to heat it up, but because we're at home and we want to be a little bit safer, we're just going to use some tea lights instead, so nice little candles to warm the pancake up.
Brilliant.
Some matches, of course, to light those tea lights.
Yep.
Excellent. A bit of pancake mixture. If you want to prepare some yourself at home, feel free to, or you can buy it.
I made this myself. I had this bottle. I even did my own label so that I could obviously follow my own instructions. So at no point did I buy pre-made mix and just added water. I did this all myself.
It takes all, guys. So you work with what you've got. So fantastic, well done.
Thank you.
Also, because you're cooking on a bit of metal which is non-stick, you're going to need a little bit of oil, so some kind of vegetable or olive oil or something similar like that. The first thing you need to do is you need to prepare your stove, and this is where your metal tin is. So hopefully beforehand, you need to have eaten or emptied the contents inside, so it should be nice and empty and nice and clean.
Yep.
Excellent. And then what you're going to do is you're going to need to make holes into the top of the tin. Lots of holes.
Right, okay.
The reason for this is the fire, which is going to go underneath, needs the oxygen. It needs air to keep breathing.
Yeah, it's the whole fire triangle, isn't it?
So we are going to need to make some holes in the tin. So I'm going to use my wonderful little can opener to do it, and just be careful at home. If you're doing this yourself and you're not sure, feel free to ask a parent or guardian to help you out and all that. You can see there, I'm making little holes in there.
Nice. Okay.
But be careful, because each hole you make is going to make it quite sharp. So do be careful.
How many holes specifically are you looking at doing, or how spaced out should they be?
Generally, as you have holes going all the way around, and they should be roughly about probably a centimetre apart, maybe a little bit more depending, but it depends on how big your can is. But you're trying to make sure there's enough airflow to make sure the candle's not going to accidentally go out.
Right,
so
okay.
You may have to make more, you may have to make less. It's a bit of trial and error, really, I'd say. Right. But a lot of people tend to make a lot around there, so.
Okay, so once we've got our holes in, what do we have to do next then?
So the thing is the tea lights, if you look at them, they're not particularly high. So when you put them into the tin underneath, it won't really raise up. So what you need to do is put them on a little bit of a platform, so it's closer to the top where the pancake mixture will be.
Right, okay.
Easy way to do this, I find, just stack some tea lights on top of each other. So what I recommend is also having some kind of heat-proof surface you can put it on, or some kind of worktop you can put it on, which you don't mind putting a little bit of fire on.
Well, it is.
Wow, magic, absolute magic. Once you've done that,
Yeah.
you'll need to take your can and put it over the top of your candles.
Okay.
And you'll need to just keep a little bit of an eye on. So if you look inside the holes, you should be able to see the candle is hopefully still burning. If it's not still burning, it means it's not getting enough air, and you will need to add more holes if needed.
Okay.
Or raise it up a little bit so that you can get some air through the bottom.
The tin itself, right? Okay.
Exactly. But if it's not going out now, what you can do is to add a little bit of oil onto the top of the can, because you're going to be using that for the cocking.
Is it just to layer the top or what?
Just to layer the top, because don't forget, it's a non-stick metal. It's not a non-stick metal, sorry. So you need to have enough oil on there so the pancake's not going to settle and stay there.
Right. Okay.
So what you're going to do now is you're just going to need to wait for the oil to sort of warm up, because of course you need to be a little bit warm before you start putting the pancake mixture on.
Okay.
So what you can do is to take a little bit of mixture, pancake mixture, just a tiny bit, to put on top to see how long it's going to take to cook.
Right, okay. Just a little block, yeah?
Just a little bit, just to test to see how long it's going to take to cook, to make sure that it's warm enough.
Ooh, it's bubbling.
There you go, see?
Oh, wow. People are going to get excited now, because I'm actually going to take a shot from my phone as to the bubbling effect.
Well, it's the same as normal pancakes. So once it's starting to, it should normally come away, and you should be able to flip it quite easy if there's enough oil on there. If there's not, it might take a little bit more, for the knife underneath to flip it. But it's always that thing where people just want to eat their pancakes as soon as possible, and they're like, "Ooh, is it ready yet? Ooh, is it ready yet?"
That's me.
Professional, it's okay. You've got this.
Flip it up. Oh, no. Can't even flip it. See, that's. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I think I've flipped it. Maybe not.
Oh, sounds good. Sounds promising.
There we are. I have flipped it now. So that's a good sign, I think.
Did it stay in one piece, or did it fall apart, or?
Stayed in one piece, you know.
Wow, look at you, professional here. You're the chef as well.
I'm editing out the whole. I didn't flip it 6 times in a row. But yeah.
But still, you managed to keep it in one piece. My one this morning was a bit more like, oh, it's a jigsaw now. Well, okay, I've got some work to do.
I think that's done, I think. I don't know.
It also looks like a little bit brown on each side, I can't really say because of the lights, I'm afraid, so. It looks like it, yeah, God, that looks excellent. It looks edible as well. It's as edible as most of the food I find on Scout Camp.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. Ooh.
Oh, that's an interesting ooh. I'm a bit worried about how that ooh's going. Is that like an ooh?
Well, it's crispy, but I'm guessing it's crispy due to the fact that it was on there for a very long time. I didn't expect it to be that way. It was... Yeah, that's bizarre. Thank you very much for that. I do really appreciate it. Thank you again. If you like that video, then don't forget to click the actual like button. And if you want, comment below and share the actual amazing stuff that we do. It's great that obviously you share it around, because then that means other people that have maybe never thought about doing it can do it. And also maybe consider subscribing. Thanks. Bye.